expect to finish something to the body, something real malicious, something mean. And honestly, if there's enough time, expect a lot of blood too, because it's really going down. And I'm just very thankful. So thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. See you March 21st, and let's go, baby.
From MMA Island.
And you have a lot of great people around you, Carl Reed included. I guess what were the discussions like, for you to go from amateur to pro? What were the talks like?
Oh man, I mean, it was just kind of like in the beginning, like we just had to cover all the basics on everything we needed to know, and just see, that in a fight that we can implement it, we can keep ourselves safe. And really just, testing ourselves, seeing what if our theories work, at the highest levels, at the levels we're at. And, so far everything's been working. And we've just been building confidence, through our game, through our training, through our fights, through our experience. And yeah, bro, we really believe that, we're the best. And you got the AirPods in? Your phone's connected? Come on, yeah. My fault, G. My bad.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Let me let me get back to what I was saying. But nah, man, it was just really just us talking about we've been ready for a long time, but it was just us talking and making sure that our body's physically ready, that we're strong enough, that we can fight 5 minute rounds and feel good. And yeah, it was just about maturing through the sport and getting experience, and that's really it. We knew it had to take time, and it does take time. You can't rush it, so we did the right things, and we're completely confident knowing that we can hit the scene and just start hitting it and going. So,
As we move on to this next chapter, I would like to ask you, like, what did you make of the experience of fighting as an amateur? And I believe you went 6-2. How do you look back on your amateur run?
oh, bro, I mean, I looking back, I feel like I was like, hindered. Like I couldn't like do all the things that I wanted to do. So that was another big reason why I was like, yo, it's time for us to get up out of amateur because, I need more time to fight, to cook you, to make you hurt, to make you, suffer. And then, I got other weapons to use that, I wasn't allowed to use in amateurs. And like just tactics, there's certain tactics that I like to use or like that you can use in pro fighting versus amateur fighting. But yeah, bro, it's just damn, I look, kind of forgot the question you were saying, but that's really it. It's just, yeah, the 16-2 record, like that just shows like, what I've been through, the experience and stuff, and that's just pretty dope. It's awesome. But it don't really matter now once you go pro. You're back at 0-0. It's just like going from high school to college. You're back at the bottom.
And as a pro, you have more weapons, you have more time to, really use all of your skills. I'm guessing we could expect a more dangerous Majid Corbett on March 21st, given that right the time and the weapons.
Bro, absolutely, bro, absolutely. I finally get to use my elbows. We can go 12-6 with it. I get to use my knees, shoulders. Like I've gotten in trouble for all these things. Like I can knee people on the ground now, kick people on the ground. I've gotten in trouble for all these things in like all my fights before. Like I've shoulder hit people, stomped them, and I've been, hey, no, 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 or like, hey, you're not supposed to do that. Hey, you can't do that. And it's like, oh, that's so annoying. It's like, these are things that actually affect people, and it's a part of the game. It's part of fighting. I was watching my boy fighting Rising like a couple of weekends ago, John Sweeney, and I was like, I think I'm on this. I think I want to get on this Rising shit because being able to knee someone's head or kick them in the dome while they're down, it's like that's more realistic. That's the way to fight. But whatever opportunity arises, it'll come up. But yeah, nah, I'm all for the game and being able to use whatever weapon I could use. If I could headbutt, I would. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like the UFC should just adopt the pride rule set because I mean, I want knees to grounded opponents. I want soccer kicks. I love that stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that is the good stuff right there. That really gets people saying, "Oh, oh, oh, shit!" Like, you know. But
Most
yeah,
definitely, man.
yeah.
I'm gonna ask you about your next opponent, Jonathan Nava. What do you know about him and his style?
Jonathan Nava. I mean, based off of what the little things that I saw, like, you know, first issue is, he says, in his bio, he's boxer, future WBC. It's like, all right, well, buddy, you're in the wrong sport. That ain't the type of mindset I would have going into my first pro fight. But everybody's path is different, and however they want to take it, however they feel about it, they can do that. But don't do that against me because there's going to be problems. Regardless of that, I think he stands up, he throws his 1-2s. He's got a little motion now. He's getting a little motion. He's throwing his little lead leg kicks, and then I think each fight he's added a little something to his game. He's coming down from 55 to fight 45, so I'm expecting him to be like at least of size of like me, maybe an inch or taller too, or however big he is. I don't even know how tall or big he is, but regardless, it don't matter. I'm still gonna eat him up. Yeah, I mean, I ain't really look at too much. I saw like a fight or two, and that's really it. It's just kind of how we gonna treat the world circuit when we're fighting the best guys in the world and the amateurs. We didn't have time to just be looking at what they were doing. We just had to go out there, bump that shit, and get going.
Mhm. And so, like for you, like, do you watch a lot of fight tape? And I'm guessing it's more like you focus on what you can do in fighting your fight instead of looking at his fighting
your
style.
your your volume's low. I can barely hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. So, do you watch a lot of fight tape?
Say again.
Do you watch a lot of like fight tape of some of your opponents before, or like is it about fighting in your fight?
I I have a little bit before, what I'm saying? Like the more time I had, I would watch, and I don't mind watching. I like watching because, it just gives me more to freaking, pick out and point out. But no, I watched a good bit on him and, past opponents, but the time frame, like, because I don't want to say this was short notice or anything like that. We knew for about maybe 2 weeks now, maybe a week and a half. I don't know. But we've been in like more, dire situations of time wise, like fighting someone the next day you find out you're fighting some guy from, South Africa, or fighting some guy from where, and you're looking up his stuff trying to find him. Or you're fighting a guy from Spain and you look up his name that's, on the record, but it's not his name, in Tapology or somewhere else. It's a different type of name and it's hard to find stuff. But nah, I've done my research and I do my research. I like going out looking and seeing what these guys are about. So yeah, man. I mean, and it gets to a point in the game where like, it doesn't matter. Like there's gonna be footage of you. There's gonna be, photos, videos, fights of you. Like, you gotta just be prepared to, adjust and get better and be able to fight someone when they've game plan against you because, it's coming. It already is. It already does. So yeah,
Mhm.
I think watching fights is good for me. I like it.
What does the ideal pro debut look like for you? Is it a first round knockout? Is it dominating him for 3 rounds? Is it a submission? What does that look like for you?
Oh man, make it exciting, bro. Dominate all three of them. Dominate, knockout, all that good stuff. Submission. Like I've envisioned it all. I saw it all. So it's just my point, or excuse me, it's just my option. It's just my place to choose. Where the fight goes and how I want it. And here recently, I've just been thinking about putting them out in the first or the second. But I do want to feel what that 5 minute feels like. And like I said, if I put them out before that, you know. I ain't paid. I'm not getting paid to fight. 15 minutes. I'm getting paid to put them out there. So, kudos to me. But however it goes, how it goes. You never know how it's going to go. So, I'm always comfortable with that. But I am comfortable in my abilities and putting this boy away first round, second round. So, be looking for that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. What are the best words of advice that your coach Carl Reed have has given you?
The best words of advice Coach Carl Reed has ever given me. He's always giving me all kinds of advice, but I'll say the first thing that comes to mind is do your thing. Like he says that, before fights, before like big decisions and things like that, pretty much before fights, where it's like, like there's nothing, concrete, like it's a flow, like, get in that zone and like do your thing, do what first comes to you, like whatever comes to your decision, do your thing. So I would say that's like one of the most influential, or one of the greatest things he's ever told me is just to do my thing. And like that makes me feel comfortable because I'm not worried about what's going on the outside. I'm not worried about what whoever's telling me this or how you feel about how I'm fighting or this or that or what. I ain't worried about that shit. I'm doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like how my mom was like, one of the best things my mom ever told me was, run your race. Like, don't worry about the person next to you or whatever. Like, if you run your race and you run as hard as you can, like, you're going to prevail. You're going to be at the top or whatever. But that's just kind of the same thing I take to going to fight. Like, run my race, do my thing. Like, I ain't worried about shit. Nothing.
What's in store for Majid Corbett in the big 2026 then?
What'd you say?
Yeah, what's in store for you in the big 2026? So like what are some of your goals for this year?
Oh, well, yeah, man, some pro fights. Looking to get like 3, 4 pro fights. I had a
Nice.
bunch. Yeah, I'm trying to get like 3, 4 pro fights by the end of the year. Make some bread for me and my family. And then really get on the social media stuff. Get my vlogs together on YouTube. I got like 19.5K subscribers on YouTube. I'm trying to get my social media followers up on Instagram, TikTok, and really just kind of put a influential kind of impact on that social media end because that's important. That's how you get bread. That's how you get the call. That's how you get opportunities. So I'm gonna do my thing and staying consistent on that and honestly just living an honest life and doing what I'm supposed to take care of, like I said, my wife, my family, my kids, my kid, not kids, but my kid, and my coaches, dude. I'm trying to get them paid. So we got to do work to get them paid. We got to fight.
Awesome, man. I'm looking through your Instagram and I saw a post about the UFC White House card. I think me and like a lot of fans were kind of disappointed of how maybe lackluster it was compared to the promotion of it. But I guess what did you think of the White House card, its placement, and the people who are on it?
Oh well, man. The placement, as in like where they're putting it. I'll answer that first. It's
Or
kind of
like
crazy.
the fight card or like the quality of it is what I'm trying to get at. Yeah.
Oh, that's what you're getting at?
Yeah.
Oh, well, dude, I don't think it's that bad. I looked at it a little bit. I kind of glanced at it. I looked at it and I was like, all right, whatever. But I don't think it's that bad. I think they're just putting fights up there. I think they could be better, but I need to go look at it to be honest. But nah, it's just this whole like government thing and all these conspiracies, kind of turning out to be true. It's like it's kind of crazy that we're throwing a circus, the White House when really,
Hunger Games.
if there's certain people at the White House like that are in those FC files, they should be in jail. Like I don't understand how like that man gets to sit at his chair and watch it. Like, because there's people like they're knocking door to door to find a simple warrant arrest for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, yo, we need to address what's important. And fighting is important. It's my career. It's my life. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I get to do it. But there's a lot bigger things out there in this world, and it ain't all about knuckling up and doing it on the front line. I just dope. Doing it on the front line is freaking fire. Like that is like one of the best things. When I heard about it, I was low key kind of jealous because I was like, dang, I'm not gonna be in the UFC time enough for them to do it. Maybe they do it another year. That'd be cool. Like same thing with the Sphere. I was like, damn, I ain't gonna be in the UFC to get in the Sphere. They only doing that once, but like, hopefully he changes his mind. But like putting it there is cool, but like with everything going on politically and like, this whole like I don't even want to say it's a conspiracy, but like the truth with, all these people who are running the world and having these, blackmails and stuff, like that's the point that I'm pointing out and I don't like it.
Yeah, man. The world's a crazy place right now, but I'm glad that you're fighting this weekend, man. I guess what can the fans expect to see from you, in your pro debut in North Carolina?
Can expect a finish March 21st, Saturday night. We ended the night early and we're going off to party right afterwards. So yeah, stay tuned and listen for that. We're partying that afterwards. But yeah, expect to finish something to the body, something real malicious, something mean. And honestly, if there's enough time, expect a lot of blood too, because it's really going down. And I'm just very thankful. So thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. See you March 21st and let's go, baby.